Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maria Mesa, and with this video I hope to give you good strategies in how to prioritize and how to organize your time the best possible way. In our last video, we'll learn how to prioritize, how to set smart goals, and how to reverse engineer those goals. Now, once we have done that and we're already working with the short-term goals, the ugly sister of this whole process comes into play, our to-do list. How many of you guys have found that you come up with this to-do list and it's just long, it's just overwhelming, there is a lot of things to do and you don't honestly know where to start? To solve that problem, we're going to learn about the Eisenhower Matrix. This matrix helps you to prioritize and classify your different to-dos and tasks according to how important and how urgent they are. This matrix proved to be an effective method that Eisenhower used. He was able to create NASA. He was able to promote to build the US highway system, or the interstate highway system. He was also able to promote and sign into law certain civil rights. So I'm sure he was busy. I'm sure he had a lot of things to do, all the way ranging from important and urgent to not so urgent. So he used this method as a way to prioritize, and we're going to learn how to do that today. First, let me explain what you should put on each quadrant. In the first quadrant, you're going to put all the activities that are time sensitive, that have deadlines, and there will be consequences if not completed. For example, submitting a quote or a proposal to a customer, completing maybe a test or a project for school or for work, submitting payments, attending family emergencies, like someone got sick or maybe your vehicle was into some kind of emergency that needs to be taken care of right away. All of these activities are important. The problem comes when we spend most of our time in these type of activities. We will start feeling that time is running over us. We will start feeling that we are always just attending emergencies. We're always busy, busy, busy. This quadrant is the busy work quadrant. But you might feel that you're not getting anywhere, that you're not improving or increasing in any area of your life, because you're only attending to emergencies. So this quadrant is important, but you do not want to spend all your time in it. When we find ourselves overwhelmed by the activities on this quadrant, we actually end up trying to find ways to distract ourselves from reality and avoidance activities, such as scrolling through social media, watching TV, maybe shopping, and then we will start leaving behind those things that are important, those things that are urgent, and basically moving on to just wasting time. In the second quadrant, we have those activities that are important but not necessarily time sensitive. So we have those activities that will have a greater long-term impact, but we don't really dedicate much time to them because we feel that we don't have time, and we are basically all the time focusing in the other activities that are more urgent. Let me share with you a secret. In quadrant 2 is where the magic happens. In this quadrant, you're going to allocate activities that promote your personal growth, networking, things that will help you to learn new skills, things that will take you step by step to accomplish those long-term goals that you have. For instance, here you can start allocating time to writing every day. If you want to write a book, maybe you can write down a business plan for a project you have in mind. Perhaps you can start learning skills that you need for those long-term goals that you want to have. Here is where personal growth happens. Here you can even allocate things that pertain to your health, your nutrition, all these things that will help you be and become a better person. As you know, and as I said before, these things don't have a deadline. They are not time sensitive, but they are surely important for you. In this quadrant, you can even create plans that will help you have less activities on quadrant 1, meaning that you can prevent ahead of time things that could escalate to become urgent things or emergencies. Now let's move on to quadrants 3 and 4. If you remain only in those two quadrants, you're going to start feeling that you are not doing anything significant, that you're maybe behind with all the deadlines, with all the projects that you have. You feel that you're being procrastinating and that really you're not accomplishing anything important. So perhaps if you're feeling like that, it is maybe because you are focusing your energy and your time in the wrong type of activities. Quadrant 3. Here you're going to have all the activities that are urgent, they are time sensitive, but they don't necessarily require that you complete them. And this is the quadrant to delegate. Most of the tasks on this quadrant are relevant or pertain to someone else's priorities rather than your own. Some examples of these activities are notifications, unnecessary interruptions, maybe things that you could delegate to someone when it comes to planning a meeting or planning an event, perhaps some chores or errands that someone else could really complete for you. And perhaps you're thinking, I have a lot of things on that quadrant number 3. Empower your kids, empower your team, empower those around you to help you, according to their abilities, of course, to help you complete those kind of tasks. The idea is not to delegate everything you have on your plate, but more so to allow people around you to help you and assist you so, you guys could all grow together. You can also outsource work or perhaps use technology to make certain things to be automatic, like payments or groceries, deliveries, all these kind of things that will take you time. But now you are able to do it faster and easier through technology. In quadrant 4, we have activities that are not urgent and not important. Eisenhower said that these are meant to be deleted. Now, I will say just create healthy boundaries for you so that way you could use this as a way to unwind, maybe relax, maybe recharge energy, but don't spend majority of your time in the activities from this quadrant. They are really time wasters. They don't bring anything too productive to your life and they don't move you forward. So it is important that you start creating strategies. These last couple of days, I actually went to the settings on my phone and I put a time limit to all the social media apps. And I found myself to be a lot more productive and less distracted. So it is something that works. Just make sure that you have a healthy boundary and you don't allow these type of activities like watching TV, scrolling excessively through social media, shopping, online shopping, that you don't allow all these things to become distractions to control you. Instead, you take control and then you allow yourself certain time to unwind, but also taking care of what is important and urgent from the other quadrants. So if you have found yourself maybe tired, maybe drained, you feel that you have no energy, or maybe you're discouraged, you kind of like lost your motivation, it could be that you are putting most of your energy, most of your time in activities that are either meant to be deleted from your schedule, or maybe you have been trying to only solve the urgent matters. You are only dedicating your time to those things that are time sensitive. So therefore you feel overworked, you feel busy, tired, but really not accomplished because you have forgotten everything that is important and located in quadrant 2. Or perhaps you are saying yes to everything and you need to learn how to pick your battles. You need to learn how to delegate all those things from quadrant 3. So whatever the case is, let's put all of this into practice. Get some pen and paper if you haven't done so and write down the activities, those things that you have to do, and start classifying them. Write them down. If you're not sure, just do a little log for maybe a week or so. Every night, just write down in what activities, what things are you completing every day, what things are you spending most of your time on. And after you have done this log, determine what things are important, what things are urgent, and what of those activities can be delegated, and start allocating them. If it's something that is time sensitive and needs to get done, put it in quadrant 1. If it's something that is important but not necessarily have a deadline, put it in quadrant 2. And by the way, start creating for yourself reasonable deadlines for these activities. kind of like you will be accountable. You will hold yourself accountable for those activities. You will put reasonable deadlines, and the idea is not to complete them in a week or even a month, but more so to create a little bit of momentum, create progress every day in those important activities that will go a long way, that will help you to complete your long-term goals. Then all of those activities that are meant to be delegated or can be delegated, definitely do so, and delete everything that is a time waster. Once you have done this, use time batching, which is allocate block of hours, block times of the day for each different type of activity. If you have what they call an Einstein hour, which is basically some time of the day that you are the most energetic, creative, productive, those hours of the day, use them for activities from Quadrant 2 and Quadrant 1. And I say Quadrant 2 first because remember, that is the meaningful quadrant. And then you also want to take care of the things that are time sensitive. And then those things that can be delegated or that they are even just distractions or things to relax, allocate them to the time of the day that you have a little bit less energy or maybe are less productive. Empower your family, your team members to assist you, to help you. Teach them how to complete certain tasks that they can do according to their abilities, and create some tags, some filters, maybe even color code the activities so you will know right away which ones are important and which ones are important, urgent, or can be delegated from all the activities you have in your to-do list. After you get used to classify the activities and everything you have to do, you will become very proficient at setting priorities and at organizing your time. If this video helped you, I invite you to give it a like, subscribe to this channel, and remember, as Eisenhower said, accomplishment is not a destination, it's a journey. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.